Hi. What are you doing out? No. All right. So good morning. A little different, I guess. Well, a lot different. I got two cameras set up, but why not? I got them. Might as well use them. Uh, the reason I was going to do this a little differently this morning, and yes, this is still morning coffee therapy. That hasn't changed. I'm just part of this kind of a thing is doing something new and going with it and seeing where it takes you. And I just thought that I would do this setup just because it's a little different, and I want to test things. I want to understand the difference between tastes. And these are both the medium roasts I got. I thought about doing it with the El Puente that I got from One Line Coffee and the light roast I got from Crimson, but this is medium. And the only other medium coffee I have is this really nice Illy coffee. So I thought, you know what, we'll do these and we'll see what happens. Kind of excited. I'm going to do a little taste test, and because it's a small little bit, I'm going to use my AeroPress here. I'm going to do, what is it? 11 grams of coffee to 200 grams of water. Kettle. So we'll get started with that. We'll use James Hoffmann's technique of the using the AeroPress, and like I said, that will be 11 grams of coffee to 200 grams of water. I'm going to use both of these. As much as I would love to try to do a blind taste test, I'm the only one here and I don't trust my cats. So maybe I'm a little speciest, I don't know. But I'm going to I just want to know if I can, taste the difference. Because this says it's got smooth fruit notes. And that's kind of it. This one, of course, says it's got apricot, ladyfingers, chocolate chips, and sugarcane. More complex. Not quite as complex. Mass-produced. Sourced, traceable. So I just thought that, I don't know, just something different for the morning. Besides looking down from my perspective and seeing what I'm doing, I thought maybe, see what I'm doing from there, and wear pants while I'm doing it. So I gave the Encore Baratza a good cleaning. I did do a little video on that. I'll post that probably over the weekend. I watched a couple videos, and all of the videos did the exact same thing, and we'll go over it in the video. Suffice to say, a vacuum cleaner is involved. Anyhow, spoilers. So we're going to do the Colombia El Puente first in the grinder here. So I need 11 grams, please. That's 13. That might be a little more than I want. A bean escaped. There it is. I didn't get very far. So that's 13 grams. Wow, the slightest breeze changes this thing. So we'll just put a couple beans back. I want to be exact. I want to give all of these fair shakes. 12. Because I want to, this is how we learn. Science, experimentation. 10.7. One bean. 11.1. One bean. Isn't that lovely? All right. I've got this on a medium fine setting. Since these are both medium roasts, a medium fine setting should be fine. So I've got it on my on the Encore Baratza here. I've got it between 10 and 20. And as we saw the other day, about 10's about the max. So, so let's blitz this one up with the coffee basket in. right, we'll prep the vessel. We do not need to wet the paper. That is not a necessary thing. It will get wet enough as it goes through. Take your bottom off. Put your wafer thin paper in. Put it on top of the coffee. And I will tear this so that I can put 200 grams of coffee in here. And then these will steep for about 2 minutes. I'll give it a little swirl to break the crust up that kind of forms when the coffee, some of the coffee grounds come to the top and kind of make a little crust. And so you'll swirl that to break the surface tension and let the grounds go back down to the bottom. And then we'll wait another 30 seconds and then we'll go. But we'll do this first. I'm going to put this in here. Because we're still, see, when you do it at a 10, when you do it at a higher rate than 10, it just seems like you get a lot of this chaff that sticks to everything. How are we doing water-wise? 160. So I will rinse this out. All right, so let's do our other coffee, which is our Illy. So this is an Arabica. Oh, yeah, so this is the Columbia. So this is an Arabica. Oh, actually, they're both Columbia. They're both Columbia roasts. Okay, there you go. All right, move you off of here. Do our fair shake again. Tear. 11 grams, please. 10. 2 beans, please. 2 more beans, please. 9. 1 bean. 1. Yay! 11. Look at that.
It wants to be precise because it's alive.
All right. Pass through. Wait. This will be the other one. Smell. Mm-hmm. I mean, it smells different. I don't know how to describe they smell different. This one smells sweeter. This one smells more baked bread. This one definitely has a sweeter smell to it. Oh, we hit our 200. Excellent. All right. Put this on here. Tear, please. Thank you. All right. 200 grams of water in. Kind of a circular motion. Doing the best you can to get everything wet as quickly as possible. 200 grams in. 99. 65. I guess I can kind of see what they mean why they would want a scale that updates fairly quickly. Because it's like you put it in 200, 201. And, you know, by the time I had stopped pouring and turned around, it said 201 on it. There you are. Boom. We don't want to lose any liquid. So we're going to put this, give it a little suction, and that'll stop everything from moving. And then we will do 2 minutes. First brew almost down. I like the hat. It moves a lot. I have a, wait a minute. I have this that I use sometimes. It's stretchy, and it goes right up against your skull. It's kind of nice. I like it. But, you know, the hat, I don't know, there's something charming about it. I drilled a hole in the brim of a hat to mount a plate so that I could have this pointing down at basically eye level. I mean, I had it hanging down across my eyes. You remember that. And that looked kind of, I mean, it worked, but the microphone can't handle being this close to your face, especially with the sound bouncing off of the bill. This actually helps deaden the sound a little bit and makes it less, makes it sound better. 1 minute down. And then at the 2 minute mark, We're going to give it a swirl, and then we're going to push it through. How much coffee did I lose while I was scrambling there? Not a whole lot. We're okay. I'll give it a little gentle swirl to break that up. I'll wait another couple of seconds. Now when you're pressing on an AeroPress, you don't want to lean over it. You want a nice gentle pressure all the way through. Don't put your elbow into it. Don't put your back into it. Just use your arm and push it down all the way through. Don't worry about the hiss. Just get her all the way down to the bottom. There you go. Pull it back just a little bit to draw some of the water out so that it doesn't drip. And you're done. Oh yeah, and look what it does to the filter. It anchors that back in there. So all you have to do is poop. I'll give this all a fine little rinse as quickly as I can. New cup, new paper. So we can stop this. Stop. There we go. Tear that. Actually, I should have added the coffee first and then teared that, huh? All right. 11 grams of coffee. Still 11 grams. That's pretty good. Add the water. The water boil has not changed. The temperature remains the same. Even out our bed. And let's do it again. $140, $180, $199 again, $201. Get our stopper in there quickly. There we go. Don't need the scale anymore, but we will start brewing. Having these back to back, because I've been saying, something tastes acidic, or something tastes bitter, or something tastes like chocolate, something tastes like apricot, something tastes a little different. And when you do them days apart, you don't get the consistency of understanding the difference between one and another. And this, I thought about this yesterday. I'm like, why don't I just do 2 back-to-backs? Because normally I make enough in my Chemex to have 2 cups of coffee. Why not do the same thing now? And just, do it through the AeroPress so there's a little less coffee. It's a basic method. It's a proven method. It will deliver, if you do it the exact same way every time, it will deliver the exact same type of coffee just about every time. Standard differentiations apply, how your grind setting is, how hot your water is, whether your grass is green on the other side, that kind of thing. But in these conditions, I kept the grind the same, I kept the weight the same, I kept the water temperature the same, I kept the method the same. So the differences of these two either will shine or I won't be able to taste the difference, which is also very possible because I do not have the palate of a James Hoffmann. So, which is fine. That's okay. I don't need to. This is fun. I'm enjoying myself. And that's really the best part about this whole journey. Even when I was venting about things in the very beginning, this whole journey has been just fun, Give it a light little swirl. That's hot. A light little swirl to break off the top. You don't need to create a little vortex to pull everything down. You just want to break the crust off up at the top that's formed with the surface tension so that those grounds will flow back down and we'll get the full extraction. And we'll go another couple of seconds here and then we'll do the plunge again. Now that I've gotten used to this scale, I'm really glad that I bought it. Here we go. We're going to start pressing. And like I said, don't lean, don't use too much brute force, just nice, even pressure. And I will say, this is passing through a lot easier than the other one did. All right, press through, boom. All right, back it up just a little bit to stop water dripping. Look at that, no dripping water. Cool, and then I'll put that in there for now. And now I've got 2 cups of incredibly even coffee. I've never done this before. It's pretty exciting. So this, I guess we'll put these on the sides of what they are here. So 1 line coffee, the El Puente from Colombia. Illy, the Arabica selection, also from Colombia, both of them medium roasts. This one boasting notes of apricot and ladyfingers and bittersweet chocolate, right? Bittersweet? No, chocolate chip. Chocolate chip, excuse me. And then this one just saying, hey, there's fruit notes. Who doesn't want a fruit note? All right, so let's taste this one first. You know what I need, though? I need a palate cleanser. All right, we've cooled down enough, I think. I think we're going to be okay. Number 1, El Puente. Okay. I'm just trying really hard to find what they're saying. Brewing it this way using the correct method. Correct. The method that I saw on YouTube. I keep saying correct. It's not correct. It's a way that makes great coffee. I mean, it's strange. Chocolate chips are always kind of there because it's a nice medium and it's not bitter, but chocolate is bitter without sweetness, so without sugar added. So there is that coffee flavor in it. That tastes like chocolate. I'm just not getting apricot though. All right. The Illy, which is fruit notes, or notes de fruits in Italian. Okay, well, I will say that if mass-produced coffee has a flavor, not a bad flavor, but a consistent flavor, I would say that Illy represents that. It's good. It tastes nice. I mean, there's no badness between these two. This one has better texture to it. It's a little bit more full-bodied, more. People say mouthfeel, and I laugh. But then I do this, and it's like, yeah, there is kind of. If you're going this deep into this, yeah, there is like a different textural mouthfeel to the coffee. Yeah, I mean, this one is sweeter. This one boasts fruit notes, but this one is out of the box. It tastes sweeter. It's fuller. It's more pleasing to drink. This one, not to say that this one is not pleasing to drink. It's just, if I were to put them on a scale, yeah, it's weird. There's a sweetness that this has that this does not. It is just coffee. It is there's no complexity. There is no distinguishable notes. It just tastes like bean to ground to filter to coffee. That's just what this tastes like. And that is not a bad thing. It is just an observation. Yeah, that's so fantastic. Because like I said, I've never done this before. I've never had two separate coffees of the same kind of roast type that I've done side by side like this. I've been wanting to for a while, but I've just not had the time or the capacity to do so. I feel with this 2-camera setup, you can get my reaction, and you can see what I'm doing, and you can get my reaction, both of which I feel are very important to this kind of this thing. But yeah, this is just a very complex cup of filtered coffee. This is a nice cup of coffee that is not going to offend you. I mean, the sweetness in this might actually just make you go, ooh, I don't know if I like that. Which is a weird thing to say, but if you're just looking for a cup of coffee, the sweetness in this might turn you off. Just out of the gate. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I get it. I get why this is preferred over buying the bulk roasted stuff. I do. I get that. Some people can't do that. So like I said, there's nothing wrong with buying the bulk. But if you can get it, you should definitely go to your local coffee store and see what they've got on tap. Try it, and then if they got a bag sitting around, get the bag. And if I get another light roast, I'm going to do the same thing to the Crimson. Now, that's a cup of coffee. This is a complex cup of coffee. It's like if you get honey. You can get clover honey, or you can get a citrus honey, or you can get violet honey, or, I mean, there's just a lot of different types of honey out there, and each one tastes different because of how it was pollinated, where it came from, all of that kind of stuff. And coffee's the same way. You know, where it came from, how it was pollinated, you know, the roasting process. There's just so many different ways to make coffee. And I wasn't aware of that 3 years ago. And I'm really glad that we're continuing this journey together because I need the therapy. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope that I don't know if this was something to learn anything by, but if you got anything out of it, that's pretty cool. And one final note, hello Cliff and Alicia. I appreciate you watching. Yeah, I talked to Mom the other day. So my cousin Clifford and his wife Alicia, apparently they watch. And that's really nice. And I enjoy the feedback, and I'm glad that somebody that's watched has said they have and that they enjoy it. So I thank you very much for that. I guess we'll close out the day. We'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, if I remember correctly. By the way, Cambot. So I point that out. Have a good day. We'll see you later.